Well, welcome to our entirely new series.
Yes, yes.
Christmas traditions. Yeah, and we're going to be going back in history and talking about how a lot of things started or, where they came from. I mean, and how we adapted them to our society and how do we celebrate them now and what have you. So, and obviously we look like we're going to start with something patriotic, and by God we are. So, you want to tell them what we're doing today?
Well, today we are doing Christmas in July.
Yes.
And actually it's kind of funny because this is again where sometimes you're absolutely positively sure where this tradition came from and when it started, and all of a sudden you do a little research and you find you are 100% wrong, which is the case with us. We always thought it started in
Australia,
and in what, maybe about 20 years ago or so?
Yeah, recently.
About 20 years ago.
In fact, you're just starting to see a lot of retailers using Christmas in July currently. And we thought, so this is a recent thing.
Yes,
this is
yes.
like
So we know all about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise! And I think you are going to be too.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
You want to talk about Australia and
I think on the Australian side, and we've chatted about this before in our other podcast, is that they have the reverse of our weather. Mm-hmm. So obviously July, we're in summertime, it's hot, but for them, it is their winter.
Yes.
And so
temperatures are much more
temperate comfortable, and
enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. So they ended up switching from Christmas at the normal Christmas time in December to having it in July. And then they keep more December it more as a holy day.
As the holy time,
mm-hmm. Yes. As a holy time.
Yeah, they don't do gifts or that kind of thing. They do that in July, and along with hanging all their lights and putting up trees and that kind of thing. Because again, that's their winter time, and the temperatures are very reasonable, even in the outback and such.
Yes.
Whereas during the summer, those temperatures go to 95, 100, 105 degrees.
Yeah,
And, to be dressed up in a Santa suit or to try to be hanging lights from a very hot roof is just not a comfortable thing to do.
Yeah, I think it just kind of took the joy out of that. And so now, and that's where we thought the idea of Christmas in July came from, was from the Aussies.
Yeah, and as we said, more recently.
Yes, and we thought it was like 20-ish, 25 years ago or so when this kind of started to drift over to the United States.
How about starting it in the 1930s in the U.S.?
Yeah.
The first known, for this country, the first known real celebration of Christmas in July was 1933, and in an unusual place.
Yeah, and actually we have some notes here. I'm just going to refer so we get the place right. This was at Keystone Camp in Brevard, North Carolina. And it was a camp.
Yeah,
It wasn't a store.
Yeah.
It was a camp.
Yeah.
And so, and they just decided to
Oh, they said, well,
You know,
let's make a celebration here. So they did. They brought in a Santa. They
decorated.
They brought trees in
Uh-huh.
and decorated those.
Yeah.
And just made a whole big Christmas in July thing.
Right.
And they did that for several years. And it was just more for their campers to kind of, have some fun and to enjoy Christmas in July.
Yes. Yeah.
So actually, that was the earliest I was able to find.
Yeah.
For the U.S. But, that's not where that ends.
No, they didn't just do it at the camp. And,
and in fact, 1940.
Yes, it was in 1940. Mm-hmm.
And that was a movie.
Yeah.
And what was the movie?
Christmas in July. Believe it or not. Now, I haven't seen that movie.
I have not seen it.
We haven't found
I
it.
don't even know if Tom Christie knows about that one, and he did it.
Yeah,
he did
we
a whole
actually
history on
should check his book.
Yeah.
But that's, again, a movie, Christmas in July.
Yeah.
And that was in 1940. And so then...
And I guess it was a very popular movie.
I guess so. Because it kind of started a movement of sorts.
Yeah.
And then...
and of course, what else was going on in 1940 was Europe was starting to erupt in war.
Right.
And there were all kinds of problems over there.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were still out of it, we still had a couple years where we were trying to avoid getting involved in that. However, we did have people that were trying to help our neighbors in Europe.
Yes.
And especially the countries that were getting bombarded and the war was coming to them.
Exactly. And then, of course, in addition, then as we entered the war...
Well, now, wait a minute. Before we entered the war, though. So what was happening is during July... they would do all these donations and pull all these donations and gifts and food and that type of thing and ship it over because back in the 1940s, it took months to get those gifts to their recipients. So as a result, they would pull everything together in July, ship it off, and that way they would get it in time for Christmas. So it was one of those weird things. Yeah. It's like they held an event to get the donations as a Christmas in July, but actually the recipients didn't get it till closer to Christmas. But
and this continued the same way.
Oh, yeah.
As the United States entered the war, obviously it was the same idea that then for the
letters
loved ones
and cards
fighting over wherever in Europe or the Asian front or whatever. Again, as Joe mentioned, transportation, if it got there, would take a very, very long time. So they wanted to give plenty of time to have those packages arrive to their loved ones. So that,
And then in the 50s, after the war and everything got kind of settled and we started to get into some real economic booms, the retailers said, it's so long to December. What can we do to,
help carry us through?
Help carry us through the tough seasons and to spur sales and such.
Yeah.
And that's when the retailers actually started. But it was actually in the 1950s, not today like we thought. We thought this was fairly recent and found out that, oh no, the retailers have been doing this since
for quite a while. And this actually originated more in the East.
Yes.
And then kind of spread out, throughout the country. But
But then they started having Christmas in July sales.
Yeah, Christmas in July
and
events.
that's kind of waned and gone back and forth.
Yeah,
and,
it's
you
gone
know,
back. I think that's why we thought it was a
more
newer,
recent.
recent event.
Yeah.
Because I think it was there in the 50s, and then I think it kind of disappeared in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and then it kind of made another appearance. But again, it's kind of fun to, if you had asked us even, about a month ago before we found this new information, what Christmas in July was, we would have said, oh, the Aussies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's the
It's
Aussies.
their fault.
So,
It's winter in Australia, so they're carrying on.
I know.
So,
I know.
and I have talked to several Santas in Australia, and they are much happier putting on the suit in July than they are in December. So,
yes, they are.
But anyway, and they've kind of like helped push this along. But anyway, it's kind of fun to see where this really, and you'd think, with the 4th of July sales and this, that, and the everything, why they would do a Christmas in July, but that's why it's July 25th is the official celebration of Christmas in July.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the month. So kind of just to carry it a little closer.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we're only about 6 months away from Christmas.
I know.
Do you believe it?
Yeah. And you can almost see why retailers would like to have something
to
mid-year,
bolster their sales.
To give it a little oomph to help them along.
So hopefully you've learned some things about
yeah.
Christmas in July and have a better understanding of not only how it came about, but when it came about and how we do things now.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be doing this 2 times a month.
Yes.
Every month, we're going to take a different tradition.
Yes.
So, if you've got suggestions.
Yes. Let us know.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
But also, to tell us in the comments.
Uh-huh.
What would you like to know about, or what's always made you curious about Christmas?
Right, yeah.
Whether it's a particular tradition or something about history that you just aren't aware of and would like to know about. We'll be glad to tell you. And of course, I'm going to get into the Santa traditions and when those started and how that came about and how Santa became such a popular figure. So, of course, we will touch on that as well. So, by all means, stay up with us every 10th and 24th.
Yes.
Because we're going to be coming out with new videos. So, if you have any questions, boy, I'll tell you what, if we don't know the answers, we'll find them. And I guarantee you, we've got a lot of resources that we can find them. So
that's true. That's true. Well,
so
thank you for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate you as always. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
On the next traditions with Santa and
Mrs. Claus, the Christmas traditions.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.